morning. Just waiting for a couple people to come in. We are now live on Facebook, live on Instagram. Good morning, everyone. End of April. Hope everyone slept well. We'll be starting in a couple of minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to put into the chat. Hope everyone had a good night's rest. We'll be starting in about 3 minutes. Morning yoga. Hi, Katie. Good morning. Welcome. We'll just be starting in a couple of minutes. Good morning. Let's give a couple of waves. How's everyone doing this morning? Any questions? Hey, Katie. So we're going to start off a little slow this morning, given the sun's coming up here in London, so we'll kind of follow the practice along with the sun, sort of a slow warm up, and then do some new standing poses for those of you who have practiced with me before. I'm going to switch some things around today, so it should be hopefully fun and interesting for you. And we're just going to wait another minute before we start. In the meantime, I will cue my music. So I won't be teaching to music. So if you have any music that you want to play along, feel free to grab your device, pull up your Spotify, and play your own music. The reason why we don't play is because of licensing rights. And so we need to find some license-free music, which is quite limited what's out there. So I prefer that you just find something that you like and practice to that. Okay, so we're coming up to 7:45 now, so I like to start on time, so we end on time, and that you can all get to your desk and conference calls. This is Gilbert. Sometimes he might come in and practice with us, but you know, why don't we all start with a warm-up. So why don't we all come to our hands and knees and come to a tabletop position and warm up for a bit. So in the tabletop, you want to make sure that your shoulders are right above the wrists and your hips are right above the knees. And so you're at a firm tabletop. And let's take a couple of deep breaths in as we inhale. Bring your chin forward, arching the back. Exhale, bring the chin into your chest, tucking in your tailbone, and come into your angry cat. Inhale as you're coming up, bring your chin forward. Exhale, chin into the chest, looking back, which is warming up the spine this morning. Inhale, looking up, chin forward, arching the spine. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest. And do a couple more of those cat-cows as we're waiting for a couple more people to come in. So just remember breathing in through your nose as you're arching up, looking up. And as you exhale, bring your chin into your chest, looking back. Good, everybody. Oh, and then why don't we come to neutral spine? And then start to make small circles, warming up the wrists. So clockwise, small circles, bigger circles. So medium and then bigger circles. So you bring your weight back into your hips. Left, forward past your shoulders towards the right. So you're really warming up the wrist in this one. Oh, and then now let's go the other way. So small circles going anti-clockwise. Medium circles. Bigger circles. So bring your hips into it. Shifting your weight forward past your shoulders as you're coming up, and that should be warming up the wrists. Good, everybody. Now, why don't we just sit in a cross-legged position, do a couple of spinal twists. So first, let's place our left hand onto our right knee, our right hand behind our back. So fingertips or the whole hand onto the floor or the mat behind you. And inhale as you lift your spine up. Exhale, twist over towards the right. Inhale as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, twisting more towards the right, looking past that right shoulder. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Slowly come back. Let's do the other side. So right hand onto your left knee, left hand behind your back, fingertips onto the mat or whole hand, whatever's available to you. And inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, you twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the point where you're looking behind your shoulder. Keep staying there. And then coming back to the front of the mat, shake everything out. Let's place our hands together, clasp them together, and rotate our wrists around. So make sure we have warm wrists. Go the other way. Move your neck around. Now why don't we place our right hand onto the mat, and then looking up and over to your left side, sorry. So basically stretching at the neck on the right side. You may want to look up, you may want to look down. Let's try the other side. Left hand onto the mat, looking over towards the right. Now look up, maybe down. Looking back up. Good. Now let's come onto our feet and come up to the front of the mat and warm up with some sun salutation, Surya Namaskar A. So let's start with hands in prayer in front of our heart center and just take a moment here and come into the practice, coming into the space. Take a deep breath in through your nose, side out. Take another deep breath in through your nose, side out. Last breath in through your nose and side out. Hands by your side. And let's begin. So inhale, take your hands up high above your head. Hands in prayer, look at your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. So bring your prayer down, straight down your body. Place it either side of your feet. Bend your knees if you need to. I have tight hamstrings, so my knees will be bent in my forward folds. Inhale, look up. Step your right foot back, and then step your left foot back to plank. Exhale, lowering down your knees, chest and chin into the mat. Inhale, slide up for baby cobra. So bring your chest forward, your shoulders and elbows back for a mini back bend. Exhale, press up, come back to your child's pose, and then your downward facing dog. So first downward dog of the day. Let's pedal out those feet, warming up the calves. And throughout the practice, like everyone to practice with something called Ujjayi breath. So breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. So for the next half an hour, only breathe in through your nose and out through your nose to stay warm. And when you're ready, let's look up and step our left foot back to the front of the mat. And step your right foot back, forward, and then forward fold. Inhale, bring your prayer up high to the sky. Again, look at your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, hands beside your feet. Inhale, look up. Now step your left foot back and step your right foot back to plank. Exhaling, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, come to your upward facing dog, chest forward, shoulders are back. Exhale, bring your hips up, roll over your toes, and come to your downward facing dog and stay here for 5 breaths. So inhale through your nose, exhaling out through your nose. Press into those hands, 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Bring your elbows in, 4. Exhale for 4. Shoulders away from the ears, 5. Exhale for 5. Now step your right foot forward and then step your left foot forward to meet your right. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head, look at your belly button. Inhale, bring your hands up high above your head, look at your thumbs. Exhale, swan dive your hands down either side of your feet. Look at your belly button. Inhale, look up. Now step or jump back to plank. Exhaling, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhales your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. So inhale for 1. Exhale. Pull your thighs up 2. Exhale. Lengthen out the back of your knees 3. Exhale. Send your heels back 4. Exhale. Last breath 5. Exhale. Inhale, look at the space in between your hands. Jump to the front of the mat or step. Exhale, forward fold, look at your belly button. Inhale, drop your bum, bend your knees, and come to your chair. This is called Utkatasana. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands beside your feet. Hasta Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Now step or jump your feet to plank. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhales your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now step your right foot forward, left heel swivels down. 1 breath up, square your hips, warrior 1, look at your thumbs. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back to plank, lowering down chaturanga. Inhales up, exhales down. Now step your left foot forward, your right heel comes down. Breathing 1 breath up to your warrior 1 on your left side. Exhale, hands flat, step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhales your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. So inhale for 1. Exhale. Keep looking back 2. Exhale. Send your hips up higher 3. Exhale. Keep breathing 4. Exhale. Last breath 5. Exhale. Inhale, look up, bend your knees. Now step or jump your feet to the front. Exhale, forward fold, look at your belly button. Inhale, your hands up high to the sky. Come to your chair, drop your bum. Exhale, hands beside your feet. Inhale, look up. Step or jump your feet to plank. Exhaling, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, so upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left heel down, warrior one. One breath up. Exhale, hands flat, chaturanga. One breath down. Inhale, so upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right heel down, warrior one on your left side. One breath up. Exhale, one breath down, chaturanga. Inhale, so up. Exhale, you're in your downward facing dog. 5 breaths of breathing in through your nose for 1. Exhale. Keep breathing 2. Exhale. Remember, press into those hands 3. Exhale. Keep looking back 4. Exhale. Last breath 5. Exhale. Inhale, look up, bend your knees, step or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your bum, bend your knees, come to your Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Hasta Uttanasana, hands beside your feet. Inhale, look up, step or jump to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up to the sun. Exhale, down to the moon. Now inhale, warrior one, right side. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, warrior one, left side. One breath up, no hesitation. Exhale, hands flat, Chaturanga. Inhales up. Exhales down. Good, everybody. Stay here for 1. Stay here 2. Keep breathing 3. Keep breathing 4. Keep looking back 5. Exhale. Inhale, look up, bend your knees, step or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to your Utkatasana, chair pose, and stay here for 1. Stay here 2. Can you bend a little lower 3? Sink a little lower into those hips 4. Last breath 5. Exhale. Now swing your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh for a twist. So looking up over that right shoulder, hands in prayer, and twisting over towards the right. So stay here 2. Stay here 3. Stay here 4. Stay here 5. And exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, swing over to the other side, to the left side. And stay here for 1. Keep looking up 2. Stay here 3. Stay here for 4. Stay here for 5. Exhale. Inhale, come to your Utkatasana. Exhale, hands beside your feet. Inhale, look up. Now step or jump your feet to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, so upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay there for 5 breaths. Sorry, Amazon came. And exhale. Now step your right foot forward, your left heel comes down, and come to your warrior one on your right side. Exhale, opening out, warrior 2. Stay here for 1. Exhale, keep looking past that front middle finger 2. Exhale, remember pushing out the back heel 3. Exhale, keep looking forward. Exhale, last breath 5. Exhale, now straighten that front leg and then bring your front hand forward, forward, forward and place on the inside of your right leg. Bring your left hand up. And this is Trikonasana, triangle pose. So stay here for 1. Exhale, roll your shoulders back 2. Exhale, keep looking up 3. Stay here 4. Last breath 5. Exhale, inhale, coming back up. Now rebend that front knee. We're going to flip this right palm up, and then reverse your warrior. So bringing it back, and if you can, try to bring your left hand around your back and onto that front thigh. And then we're going to stay here for 1. Keep looking up 2. Keep bending that front knee 3. Keep staying here. Last breath 5. And exhale. Inhale, coming back up. Now interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, take a little back bend, looking up. And then exhale, rebend that front knee as you bring your right shoulder inside of that front thigh and come to your humble warrior. And just keep trying to bring your hands over your head and sinking down. And one day your head will touch the mat. Mine too. And last breath, inhale, coming back up, take a little back bend, and then exhale, release. Now we're going to rebend that front knee. Option 1, you can place your elbow onto that right thigh and bring your left hand forward. Option 2, bring your hands down to the ground. And then option 3, make a bind. So choose your option. And then whatever your option, you want to rotate your chest forward. And up. And then exhale, release. Drop that left knee onto the mat and come and place your hands on your knee. Now place your hands in prayer in front of you and then bring it up to the sky and come to your Anjanasana. So looking at those thumbs, opening up that left hip. And exhale, release. Now let's do another twist. So bring your left elbow on the outside of that right thigh. Place your hands in prayer. So this is option 1. You're just staying here, knee on the floor. Option 2, you can lift your knee off the ground, kick your heel back. So this is option 2. Option 3, bind your hands. So choose your option. And then exhale, coming back down. Place your hands on your hips, knee flat, knee onto the mat, and then slowly coming up to your high level lunge. So lift that knee up, hands up, and just stay here for 5 breaths. And exhale. Now straighten that front leg. Place your fingertips onto the mat. Hop that back foot in about 2/3 of the step of the way in. So it's about 1.5 foot between your heels. Should be lined up. And then you may need to bend both knees as you wrap both arms, both hands around that back leg. And then exhale. Strain your legs. Look at that big toe for intense leg stretch. And keep looking at that big toe. And keep breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Good, everybody. Now grab a brick, place it either on the inside or the outside of your foot or in the front. If you don't have a brick, I'll give you a variation. So first, let's all come up, place your hands onto your hips. Inhale your left hand forward and then bend forward. If you do not have a brick, just place it on top of your shin. And bring your right hand up. If you do have a brick, place that left hand onto the brick as you bring your right hand up for a revolve triangle twist. And then exhale, hands onto the mat. Now step or jump back to plank. Exhaling, going down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now step your left foot forward, your right heel comes down. Warrior 1 on your left side. Exhaling, opening out. Warrior 2. Stay here for 5 breaths. Remember, grounding down the outside edge of that back foot. Fingers are strong in the back. Front knee is tracking forward, 90 degrees, not past your ankle. Front middle finger strong, looking past that front middle finger. Thighs are rolled up and out. Shoulders are down. And exhale. Now invert that left palm and then come to your reverse warrior. So you can slide this right hand down your leg, or you can wrap it around your back and place it on top of your thigh and stay here for 5 breaths. And exhale, release, strain your front leg. Interlace your hands behind you, thumbs together, take a little back bend. And then exhale, bend that front knee and bring your left shoulder inside that left leg, that left thigh, and come to your humble warrior. And then exhale, release, inhale, coming back up, legs straight. Hop that back foot in about 1 step, hands out, and now toot your hips back as you bring your front hand forward, and then place on the inside of your leg or on your shin, right hand up to the sky, look at that thumb, Trikonasana triangle pose. Remember this one, your piece of toast in the toaster, rolling your shoulders back, legs, thighs, knees pulling up. And still looking up. Now bend that front knee. And then try to spring your left hand underneath you as you spring your right behind you and come to a bind, if that was your option earlier. Otherwise, you can place your left hand in front of that foot, in front of that knee, and swing your hand over your head. And then exhale. Now place your hand on the outside of that front foot and swing your right hand up and over your ear, pointing to the front of the room for extended side angle pose. And exhale, bring your fingertips back onto the mat, drop that right knee, and come to a low lunge. Place your hands onto that knee first, find your balance, place your hands in prayer in front of you. Now, as you exhale, bring your prayer up and back and look at your thumbs. 5 breaths. And exhale, release. Keep that prayer. Now swing your right elbow on the outside of that left thigh. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, lift that knee, pressing that heel back. And then option 3, bind your hands. And then exhale, release. Now slowly come up to your high level lunge. Exhale, release, strain both legs, place your fingertips onto the mat, hop that back foot in about 2/3 of the step of the way in, bend both knees as you wrap both arms, both hands around both legs, and then interlace your hands and exhale, strain your legs, look at that big toe. And then exhale, release. Now you have a brick, place it where you had it earlier, either on the inside, the outside, or in front of your foot. I had it on the outside. I will leave it there. If you don't have a brick, don't worry. Let's come up, hands on hips. Inhale, forward bend. Bring your right hand forward. And then place it on top of your shin if you don't have a brick. Otherwise, place it on top of your brick. Hands flat. Rotate your left hand up to the sky, looking at that top thumb. And squeezing your top thighs together. And then exhale, hands flat. Step back to plank. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, look up, bend your knees, step or drop your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to your chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, standing up, Tadasana. So we'll just do a couple of standing balances. So first one, let's do tree, one of my favorites. So option one, your right foot is right by your ankle, toe is touching the ground. So you have not so great balance, this is your option. Option two, bring it up closer to your knee, either above or below your knee. So this is option two, or here. And then option three, bring it all the way up to your groin, your inner top thigh, and then find your balance. Look at a point in front of you that's not moving, so don't look at me, don't look at the screen. Either look straight ahead or straight ahead on the floor in front of you. Exhale. Now inhale your prayer up. With your right hand, grab your left wrist and bend over towards the right like a tree in the wind. So stretching out the lats on your left side. And then exhale, release. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, shake everything out. Left side. Option one. Option two. Option three. Find your option. Hands in prayer. And then inhale your prayer up. With your left, open it out. With your left hand, grab your right wrist and bend over like a tree in the wind. Stretching out the lats on your right side. And then exhale, inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release, shake everything out. Now bend that right knee. Option one, cross your hands over that right knee. I will stay in option one. If you know option two, grab that foot. I will stay in option one. Option two, extend that foot and bring your right hand up. Otherwise, everyone else follow me. So option one, you're just holding the outside of that right knee with your left hand. Right hand up to the sky. Arms should be almost touching your ear. You find your balance. And then exhale, opening it out for a twist and a balance. And then exhale, bring your hands back to that knee. Kiss your knee. Don't let it touch the floor. Now bend that standing leg. Sink into your hips as you swivel your right leg over your left. Left arm over your right. And bind for an eagle. That's the full pose. If you can't bind your hands, just grab your shoulders. To choose your option, elbows forward, hips are back, looking up. And then exhale, coming back up. And release, shake everything out. Woo. dizzy. Left side. So left knee up, cross your hands, left hand up. And exhale, opening it out for a twist. And bring your hands back to that knee. Do not let that foot touch the floor. Kiss your knee. Swivel it around. That standing leg, right arm over your left. Option 1, just hug your shoulders. Option 2, bind your hands. Bring your elbows forward. Sink into your hips. And then exhale, coming back up. And release. Shake everything out. Now we'll come sitting onto the floor. Let's earn it and do a vinyasa. So drop your bum, bend your knees, and come to your chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, Hasta Uttanasana. Look at your belly button. Inhale, look up. Step or jump your feet to plank. Exhaling, lowering down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Enjoy this one. Exhale, downward facing dog. And when you're ready, just jump your feet to the front of the mat and come to sit. Either cross leg or to a squat and plop down. Or you can try this little trick. Anyway. Cool, so you should be sitting in front of your mat. Let's do Dandasana. So extend your legs, kneecaps straight. Bring the back of your knees into the mat with your toes flexed, pointing towards your face. Hands by your side, and then just sit up, shoulders back, chest forward, Dandasana. Why don't you put hands in prayer in front of you? That's an option. Imagine you're sitting against a wall. And exhale, release. Inhale, your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your big toes with your 2-piece fingers. Inhale, look up. Exhale, drop your head into your knees. And exhale. Inhale, coming back up. Now place your hands behind your back. And we will just come to a tabletop as counter pose. So place the soles of your feet onto the mat. And when you're ready, lift your hips up. So you're tabletop. So your knees should be right above your ankles, your shoulders above your wrists, and looking back, keeping your hips up. And imagine I could put a cup of tea on your table. It would not spill over. So look it up and find your tabletop. I bring your hips up. Let's stay there for 2 more breaths. And then slowly lower down. Good, everybody. Now let's bend that right knee into your chest, opening it out. So sole of the right foot on the inside of your left thigh. And then if your knee is up here, find something, find some padding, some bricks, some books, cushion. So try to protect that knee. I don't need it, so I'll get rid of the cushion. But so find yourself in the seat. Now inhale your hands up. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing that foot in front of you. Bring your forehead into your knee. And just keep breathing in here. Setting the backs of your knees into the mat. And exhale. release. Let's bring that knee back up. Place your right hand behind you for balance, or place it flat onto the mat or the floor. Option 1, you just hug your knee with your left hand and twist over, left arm. Option 2, you place your elbow on the outside of that knee for a twist. Option 3, grab your foot with that left hand, place it underneath, and twist. I won't show option 4 or 5 today. Plenty of options for everyone. Keep looking back. Remember these as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then release. Place your hands on the other side for a counter twist. A little boop. And then switch your feet. So the left foot inside of your right thigh. Remember, if you need some padding, place it underneath that knee. Some bricks, cushion, dog. Hands up and then fold over that front right leg. Bring your forehead into your knee. And stay here for 5 breaths. Remember, breathing in through your nose. Exhaling out through your nose. Your toes should be pointing towards your face. Back of the knees into the ground. And then exhale, release, coming back up. Now bring that knee back up to the sky, so the foot planted into the floor. Left hand behind you. Right hand up, and either option 1, hug your knee and twist. Option 2, place the elbow on the outside and twist. Option 3, extend that right hand, place on the inside arch of your front foot, your bent foot, left foot, and twisting it over. Choose your option 1, 2, or 3. But remember, inhales you lengthen, exhale twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale twist, and release. Shake everything out. Cool. So now let's roll over onto our stomachs and do a couple of back bends. So you're flat on your stomach, hands by your chest, chin onto the mat. And we'll just do a couple of back bends in sections. So section 1, keep your feet on the floor, tops of the feet planted into the floor. As you lift your chest, your chin, and your hands off the mat for a little cobra. So your feet and your thighs are still on the floor, you're just lifting the top half. Looking up. And then slowly lower down. Now keeping your top half of your body on the mat, we'll lift the bottom half. So keep your chest and your hands on the floor. But then inhale, you lift your feet off the ground and just only bring your feet up. And then exhale, lower everything down. Last one, we're going to lift everything. So feet, chest, and hands off the floor. Prepare by bringing your chin onto the mat. When you're ready, lift your hands, feet, chest off the floor for locust pose. And then exhale, lower everything down. Shake out your hips. Flip over onto your backs. And we will just do 1, 2. We'll do 2 back bends today. So make sure your heels are close to your bum. Can you touch your heels with your fingers? Yes? Okay. If you're there, lift your hips off the ground. Place your hands underneath your sacrum. Elbows pressing into the mat. So you're pushing your hips up with your hands. So supporting that lower back with your hands. Just doing a little back bend. So this is a supported bridge. you're more than welcome to stay here. So this is option 1. Option 2, release your hands, interlace them. So clasp them together underneath you. Roll your arms underneath your shoulders, your triceps, your biceps underneath your shoulders. So just lift your hips a little higher for a bridge. And exhale, lower everything down. Shake everything out. Give yourself a hug. Hug your knees into the chest. Rolling back and forth. Good, everybody. Thanking yourself for your practice. Now keep hugging your knees and tuck your chin into your chest. Lift your head and come up to a little ball and squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale, let everything go. And close your eyes. Find your Shavasana. We'll just be here for a minute or so. I always like to have like a longer Shavasana, 5 minutes or so. So you have time, stay here. Just stay here. No rush. People can wait. So again, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, those of you who have to run, because there are people waiting at 7:30, you want to start wiggling your fingers and your toes, rotating your wrists and your ankles, stretching your arms over your head. Bring your knees into your chest. Rolling over to your right side. Slowly press yourself up to sit. Come to any comfortable seated position. Hands on your knees or your thighs or in prayer. Just chant a silent Om to yourself when you finish off practice. Thank you, everyone. Any questions, just send us a message. We are Outrivals. Some kettlebell classes during lunchtime, and also Danielle will be teaching yoga again tonight, so check out the schedule. And